Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Makar Sankranti to all the viewers. And today we are going to discuss the pain points and how you could be successful in this career. Now, I would like to give a broader picture about not only in recruiting, but in overall as an employee, overall as a job, how you could be successful. All right. So first let me come with the pain point, generally what we have. So as we grow as an individual, so there would be a pain point before we start, right? Before we start as an employee. Now, when we start as an employee, there will be a good phase, right? There is a good phase that we enjoy, we make money, we spend money. But when few years pass, then what happens is, then things will come up in such a way that we start comparing ourselves with others and we expect things to happen to us. Then when you complete your 5 years and 7 years and you see yourself that juniors make more money than you make, other people get recognition but you do not get, and people progress in their career but you do not progress, then that's where the self doubt kicks in. That happened with me as well. When I was working as a recruiter, when I entered to this industry, and for your information, I entered to recruiting industry not by choice, it is by chance. When I was looking for any job that could pay me. And the worst thing was, when I did not have anything else, I was looking for an opportunity, and I got rejected by more than 40 interviews. But still, I was looking for something that I could get a job. And for with those people, I was staying, right? Those were US IT recruiters. I did not know that. And there were no help from the roommates, only that I was sharing a room with them. Now, I have no idea about how this industry works. Only I know that there is an international recruiting and a domestic recruiting. I was looking for jobs. And when I got a job, I was so happy because at the end, I made money because I did not have any idea or any guidance about saving money, how to invest, and how to build that financial freedom. I did not have. So whatever the money was coming, I used to spend in buying clothes, phones here and there. Now everything was good till a certain period of time when I reached 5 years, and I looked back. I understood that I was doing the same thing what a junior recruiter was doing. Now, that is when a manager told me when I went for the appraisal, तुम्हारा जो जूनियर है तुमसे अच्छा काम कर रहा है, तुम कुछ भी अलग नहीं कर रहे हो, तुम जो भी कर रहे हो तुम्हारा जूनियर रिक्रूटर्स वही कर रहा है, तो हम तुम्हें सैलरी क्यों बढ़ाएं? तुम्हें रिक्वायरमेंट आता है, उसको भी रिक्वायरमेंट आता है, तुम रेज्यूमे ढूंढते हो वो भी ढूंढता है, वही पोर्टल को जाते, तुम्हें वही पोर्टल को सेम नंबर ऑफ सबमिशन करते हो, सेम नंबर ऑफ प्लेसमेंट करते हो। बस इतना फर्क है कि तुम्हारा जो ईयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस, तुम्हारा सालों का एक्सपीरियंस जो है ज्यादा है, पर तुम कर वही रहे हो जो जूनियर रिक्रूटर कर रहा है, तो इसलिए हम कैसे तुम्हें ज्यादा पैसे दें? Now how we can pay you more when you're doing the same thing what your junior recruiter does? Now that was a worth of a question from that end, but I did not have any answer. Now what do you want me to answer when that kind of question comes in, and when I look inside and try to understand that he was not wrong, he was pretty right. I do the same thing what they were doing, and the same reporting, same problems, candidate do not answer, I could not able to get submission, and sometimes I go home with zero submissions. And I think of the meetings, I was thinking of the manager, and I have no idea what is that going to happen tomorrow. There were weeks where I did not able to reach any weekly target on submission. I have no idea why that is happening. And I'm sure if you people can relate to me what I'm saying if you are into recruiting industry. Hey Ashok, how are you? Now, what is that I understood was I was not giving up. I was not giving up in the sense I was going in with the same stress, with the same mindset, and changing strategies here and there. That is what I see myself when I look back. Well, I tried in few companies, but I got fired twice. Okay, two companies fired me because of no performance. Now, I where I actually my real potential showed up, that was when I joined Randstad. Randstad Technologies gave me a lot of opportunity and exposure to grow myself exponentially. That's what I could say. Now, why I'm giving you this information? Because if you see yourself, if you find yourself that something is not working in some company, it doesn't mean that it won't work in another company. It would definitely work in some other company. Now, you have to be relentless. Now, you do not have to lose your hope. Find the best within yourself. Apart from recruiting, what else you do that makes a bigger difference? Apart from recruiting, what other responsibility you do? How many people you help to have a better, to do a better job in your company? What kind of team engagement that you do? Now, that is very much important at this point of time if you are growing. Now, if you are a junior recruiter, if you are someone fresher, there is a lot of competition. There is a lot and lot of competition. At the same time, there are a lot and lot of opportunities. So now companies are getting a lot of profiles and a lot of candidates are looking at a lot of jobs. Now, what is that happening is everyone is looking for the best. Now, you are a fresher, you are a recent college grad, you are a, let's say you are a housewife, and or you want to change your career to the US IT recruiting. Here is what my suggestion is: do not go as a fresher, but go as a trained fresher. No matter what is that, you are going to train yourself, and that is the only thing is going to help you to differentiate yourself when you talk in the interview. It is not only the skills, it is not only the information that you by heart it and you go and answer, but how you can relate yourself to the company's productivity, how you can be a profit center for an organization, how you could be a value addition to the company. If you explain this properly, there is a high possibility that you will be hired. That's what companies look for. If you are a senior recruiter, you are in the leadership role, you are in the management role, don't talk about day-to-day responsibility, but talk about the revenue growth. Talk about building a high-performing team. Give them example how you can drive your team crazily for and making them ready. You'll make them ready for any sort of situation. Now, if you've done that in the past, if you prove that with data in the interview, then you can demand money. Before you demand money, you got to know your self-worth. Now, when you are talking to the hiring people, to the owner of the company, and they say we have a fixed amount, you can definitely tell with your conviction, with your gut feeling, I have a plan that I could help you generate multi-million dollars in next few years. And you can show your plans of what is that your working style is. When I'm able to make, I could, when I'm able to make that much of money for you, then I deserve little bit of that. Meaning, if I'm helping you to make multi-million dollars as a revenue, then I definitely expect 30, 40 lakhs. That comes with when you know your self-worth. Majority of the time, what happens, companies say that your salary, your future salary is directly related to how you were making in the past. You give a damn about it. Okay, don't argue with those people who talk like that give a number. When you talk to the owner of the company, you tell them, excuse me, I have a plan that I execute, and with this plan I have seen how things are working. And if you have absolute conviction within yourself that you could make things happen, show them that how you can help the company grow and generate more money, and then demand, I'll help you generate multi-million dollars, and I want this much of money. Now it is absolutely to you. Now it is totally with you how you are going to take a decision. When you talk in this language with your conviction, with your plans, and with your confidence, business owner never think as if that they are doing mistake or something, because they are investors. They definitely want the return on investment. If they think and they convinced, yes, that's the right word. If you are able to convince them that that you are the person who can help them make money, they are going to invest on you, right? Don't make them feel that they are spending money on you. Make them feel that they are investing money on you. Understood? We are 10-15 minutes in the discussion. Are you finding it helpful, people? Is it helpful? Put that in the comment box. Ruchi says, hello, Suman sir. I want to know about how to make proper string to find out correct people. Absolutely, Ruchi. Before you make a string, it goes back to identifying the keywords. Before you make keywords, it goes behind understanding the need. Before it goes on dissecting the requirement, and before you dissect, you need to understand the client's need. Now, before you understand the client's need, you need to understand what could be the job title and roles. And before you understand the roles and titles, you need to understand the responsibilities. Now, once you have the clear understanding of this chain, easily you can build strings and you can find people. And this is how I do it. And that's the reason I could able to explain you in step-by-step manner. All right. So focus on the roles, what you need. For example, now, if you wanted to find a deer, okay, if you wanted to find a deer, so now for that, to get that, you need to definitely understand the terrain, how the deer behaves, and how fast it runs. To catch it, what is that you need? So that's what I'm talking about. Before you get into the sourcing part or how you talk or what kind of candidates you find, try to first imagine and prepare a mental picture. Okay, what kind of person this will be. All right. Glossy tech is equal to keywords. Okay. All right. Now, so coming back to your profession, how you handle situation, how you see things going around. That is one of the things that I saw, that when there is a placement, when there is a good number of submission, recruiters emotions goes up, and when there is an interview rejection or the back out or no placement, recruiters emotion goes down. Now when there is an interview request or offer comes in, recruiters get hyperactive. They show different behavior and attitude, and their action totally changes. And when they pick the call, and they'll get so excited and like, oh my god. And when things go wrong, the whole day goes wrong with them. Got it? Now, why I'm sharing this with you, because you got to handle your emotions. Whenever you are giving a confirmation on the interview request or the offer, you have to be neutral in your presence. It never should feel that something, whatever happened, is benefiting you. Of course, everybody knows that we as a recruiter make money with the when a placement happens, but that should not show in such a way that you are getting a lot of benefits, then the candidate gets in. All right. So that is what the idea behind sharing this with you. So when either you get an interview request, stay normal. If you get a offer and you have to release it, stay normal. Then what happens whenever there is a rejection, you could able to stay normal. And why staying normal is very important, because you are not being manipulated by the outside circumstances. When you are normal, you could able to deliver things properly, meaning you are conscious, you are not being overtaken by any sort of emotions. Okay, when emotions take over, we could not able to do things better. It's okay if you're being getting excited with that, that's fine, but monitor that. When you get overexcited, you see you're behaving differently and your attitude changes, then it means that you can slow anytime be manipulated if things go wrong. So better keep yourself normal and understand that this is what your job, simple as that. This is what my job is. How to face hiring team when there is no show from candidate. Nawaz Khan asked. All right. So Nawaz, that's a pretty good happening and good question. Okay, how to face? I mean, there is nothing that you could do when things go wrong, right? First thing is hiring team knows that things may happen, things may go wrong. But what is the annoying thing generally happens that when the interview schedule comes in and the candidate doesn't show up, and we have no idea why it happens. If it is happening multiple times, it means there is a problem with some sort of communication gap between the recruiter and the candidate. And you might be thinking you are doing so many things, you are doing everything, but are you focusing on the objection handling? So at this case, when there is a no show, there is a no show. You can humbly say that unfortunately the candidate is not answering our phone, and we have to decline, or let us find some other candidate for this position. You can simply say that. No need to feel so worry. I mean, no need to victimize yourself. Don't self sabotage. Okay, this is our job, man. This is our job. We are not the gods or the lords who manage and control everything. You have to understand that you're doing your job and do the best to convince a person. Close properly, negotiate properly, do the persuasion part. All right, and ensure that all the objections are being handled properly before uh, the interview comes in. So that comes in candidate touch. Multiple times you need to touch with ensuring that the job is going to help the candidate, but it should not look like it is being helping you. Understand? Now when that happens, and if you create an environment in such a way that the candidate has the free will, or candidate has the comfort to share what is happening from their end, they may tell you that I don't think I can take this interview. Now we try to see what is the problem going there, and if that is something really doesn't work, then gracefully you can decline things. Okay, so that's what call about candidate influence. And when I was talking with Samir, I was interviewing him, and you will be seeing those recordings sooner, and he also talks about that what candidate influence, that is something is going to be very much important. And any recruiter who doesn't know how to do that, minimize the no shows, will be in a real danger. And that I mean, yeah, absolutely, that's what I would say. Perfect. Nawaz, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Rajeshwari says, hi sir, I'm attracted to your videos. So I did MBA in HR recently. So to make career in HR, the first step in recruiting, right? So how should I prepare for my career mentally? So what I should do? Please, hey, thank you so much, Rajeshwari, for saying so. Venkat says, hey Venkat, how are you? Very good. And yes, so here you ask something. So how did I prepare for my career mentally? I did not understand that part. Would you like to elaborate that, Rajeshwari? Prasanna Rao says, hi sir, I'm a fresher for IT recruitment. How can I know the key skills for each and every technology? So here, technology could be a key skill, Prasanna, okay? Meaning, before you find the key skill, you got to understand the requirement. For example, you are looking for a carpenter. Okay. Now here is an example, people. Focus here, everybody. Focus here. Now I'm answering Prasanna's question. Okay, focus here. Now, for example, your father asked you, Prasanna, okay, your father asked you to find a carpenter to build a window for your kitchen. Got it? That was the requirement. Now, what would you do? You will go and look for people and ask your neighbors or friends, right? Who is the carpenter nearby and who can help, uh, who knows how to build window. Two different things, right? One is there a carpenter? Because you know that a carpenter can do the job, or you can ask, we need someone who can build the window. Who build the window. Now there, what happens is you have a clarity now of what is that you need. You are not looking for a carpenter as a title, but you're looking for someone. So here, when you look for a carpenter, that person will have? That person will have some sort of shovels, they will have a hammer, tape, saw, everything will have, right? So if someone has everything, you may not call that person a carpenter, because you go to a shop, you go to a hardware shop, you are going to find tape, shovel, hammer, saw, and everything. That person is not a carpenter. Now, that is what I'm going to relate. Any skill that you see in the resume may not make the person what your client is looking for. So, you got to understand what the client is looking for. Meaning, here in your father who's looking to build a window. Now, you understood the need. So, now anybody, let's say you are looking for a maestri, right? You found a maestri who then that maestri, what he does in his free time, he does this carpentry work as well. Now you found that person who is just building, who is building a wall, and you spoke to him and he said, no, I can do that part as well because I know how to do it. Now you had no idea that a maestri can do that, but when you spoke to the person, you thought there is a possibility because maestris could do this, and you asked and he said, yeah, I can do build the window. Now here your keywords in this case would be understanding the person, what that roles and responsibilities, connecting that with the job description, and with that finding the keywords with that what exactly makes the person. It could be in the job, it may not be in the job. So it's all about how you understand the need and you understand the person. Once you do both, you don't have to rely on anything else. All right, that's what we teach in our training programs, that how you understand, how you dissect, how you find keyword, and how we build strings. All right, if you have not attended, you should. All right, I hope I have answered your question, Prasanna. Okay. Sahil Singh, okay, I'm going to start my first job in US staffing. Any tips or advice? Absolutely, Sahil. Grab the book, nail the deal, and complete it. Okay, that would be my sincere advice. Just do that. Rajeshwari says, sir, to get excel in recruiting candidates, how I should prepare and what skills is must required and how to balance work life. What the homework I should to be productive at work. Absolutely. Though, Rajeshwari, here is the question you asked. To recruit candidate, first you need to ensure that you are loving your job, you are authentic, you understand your clients need better, you are thinking about your candidates, you always keep your company's interest ahead of your interest, and you are improving all the time. And whenever there is something going wrong, do not ever blame yourself that this is what you are the one who is a failure, but you need to understand that the small acts or the action that you have taken, that did not go well, but you as an individual, perfect. Once you have that understanding that me as an individual, I'm a perfect person, whatever I have taken action, that did not work, it's okay, I'll try once again. And that is going to put you ahead of the people who think that when things go wrong, they blame themselves. Don't do that. All right, perfect. Did I answer your question, Rajeshwari? Very good. Let's say Sunita Nalla says, I'm in sales, how to do placements easily, please explain. What do you mean by easily, Sunita? I wanted to understand that phrase. What do you mean by easily? Because when I was working in Randstad, spending 12-15 hours was easy for me. All right, that's what easy for me. Now I do all this stuff for me, that's easy for me. Now if you just want to get that answer easy as a frame, right? So something is easy to you, some may not be easy for me. So if you do things multiple times, that become easy. Okay, so you should do that. All right, Sahil, welcome. How to connect with prime vendor? Sunita says, okay, Sunita, go in LinkedIn, connect with the recruiters according to their names. For example, it could be Tech Systems, Rose International, or Collabora, I don't know, maybe Capgemini, any company, right? Connect with them and focus on how you can help them and slowly build relationship. There is no ready-made data available that here is the 100 emails, or maybe people are selling like that 100 people go, you will have 100 vendors. No, it won't work like that, because you need to have a human to human connection, and there should be faith and belief, and trust needs to be created before you do a professional work or a business. So you should focus on that, how you build relation professionally. Focus on that, please. Okay, very good, thank you so much. Sahil says, thank. Nawaz says, can you tell me something about vendor management and client relationship? Perfect. So, in Nawaz, from which point of view? Please clarify your question. Thank you, Rajeshwari. Ruchi says, should we search candidate from bench sales recruiter, or they might have fake visa status? So that's Ruchi. Now, that happens all the time, right? That happens. So here, if you have uh, a good pay rate, okay, if you have a good pay rate, then definitely you will get good candidates. And again, that comes in how you screen and how you find people. Now, if you're looking for a .NET architect for $40 and you do not expect a genuine 100% candidate will come up, okay? Now, every sales company, every bench sales people will not have fake candidates. So remove this from your mind that every H1 candidate, every bench sales recruiter market fake candidates. No, it is not like that. So is isn't there any fake profiles? Yes, there are fake profiles. Okay, that is how the market is. Now it is your experience, now your expertise to identify that what are the fake candidates are coming to you and how you eliminate it. And the best part is, build relationship with the salespeople as you grow in your career. Maintain your own database of sales recruiters and build their trust. And once you build their trust, and you will get real profiles. That is one of my secret stories. Okay, what is that secret tips? That I build relationship with those people, and when there was no relationship, forget about the fake candidates, they bypassed my candidates. Okay, I remember when I was working with Softtrans, it could be somewhere around 2010, I believe. It's a SVK system or something like that, and that guy's name is Venkat. After a placement, he bypassed the candidate where we had a $25 margin. Okay, the candidate never answered the phone, and that guy Venkat did not answer the phone. SKT tech or something like that, I still remember. Okay, so that kind of shit happens in this industry, so be aware of it as well. I'm just warning you. And if that happens, don't be surprised. All right, can we go to UK or India staffing after gaining experience in US staffing? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you could go that. There are so many recruiters who has a good sourcing skills, good communication, good candidate control and influencing skills. They move to day shift. Only the thing is, you definitely need to accept that the pay will be a little bit less if you are at 8 years, 9 years in US IT recruiting and you are changing your role to domestic. Obviously, there will be a difference in salary. But if you think that's okay, I can survive, then you can convince the interviewer. You can tell that why do you think you are the fit for that particular role. Okay, but at the same time, the tools what you use may be different, but the process will be same. So you gotta explain that. Excuse me. Ankit says, sir, how to start career in US IT recruiting field? Sure, Ankit, get yourself ready, prepare yourself. If you're a fresher, don't go as a fresher, but go as a trained fresher. That would be my highest suggestion, is because in one or other way, you have to differentiate yourself. Imagine there are 5 people or there is a drive going on, right? In the drive there are 10 people who are sitting in the interview panel, and you are the one who know about this. You are trained on that. So there is always the high possibility that you get hired. So get yourself trained. That would be my suggestion for you. All right. Okay, Rajeshwari says, can you express your experience while you were fresher? How was your routine? How you got up, like how many years it took for you? Okay, what suggestions you want to give us as a fresher? Absolutely. So Rajeshwari, so all the freshers, if you are starting in USIT recruiting, okay, initially I had a problem with sleep. Okay, I could not able to get sleep properly, meaning because we work in against the nature, right? So going at 6:30 and 3:30, reaching home at 4 o'clock, and having food, whatever it is there, in sleeping once again, not getting sleep, because in the day when the sun is out and everything is lighting, right? So now I could not able to sleep properly, and I was like damn drowsy. I was taking the dead body to the office. Okay, so that's how I was feeling, and it continued. And I slept in the office as well. When I had experience, right, 3 years experience, also I slept in the office. I used to sleep on the chair, on the desk, or there was a couch on the reception. I used to go and sleep on the couch. And when I was working in the Randstad also, when things go very drowsy, I could not able to handle it. I used to go to the conference room, and I used to sleep in the conference room, or I used to go and sleep in the what we had a TV room. I used to sleep there. Okay, so if you are not picking up yourself, and you are not able to, you are feeling dizzy, and there is sleep problem, initially that happens because the change is right. You are accommodating with the change, what is that came in. So slowly that will come in. Now, it definitely, I would suggest you to take care of a food part, people. If you're working in the night shift, ensure that you are drinking a lot of water, and carry like this kind of bottle, and uh, use lemon water, or ragi java. Okay, ragi malt we say, right? Or you say take buttermilk and drink it. All right, avoid coffees, multiple times coffees and teas, avoid that. You have to have a routine. People may say that when I drink tea in the night I may not get sleep, but what happened usually is I started building the acidity thing. Okay, so if you are someone only who is habituated of having tea in the morning, in the evening, just follow that. And in the night, skip. Okay, and eat food before 9 o'clock. And when I was working with Entech Solutions, I spoke to the admin, and he was very much helpful, the office manager. He used to serve food. We used to serve food in Entech Solution. Okay, by 7:30, 8 o'clock food is there, and by 9 o'clock I was eating food, sometimes 8:30. So maintain that. Do not allow yourself to have food at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You are going to build the acidity within. And when I was working at Randstad, I was eating food at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, right? You will be surprised, because I was so mad in working that I forget my food. But I should not have done that. That is what my advice. Do not skip your food. And when you come back home, right? When you come back home, do not eat any oily food. Don't go outside in the chai bandi and have tea, smoke, or that Irani biscuit or some chai biscuit. Do not eat that. Okay, better you keep fruits. Eat fruit early morning when you come to office. Have ragi java, or eat oats. Okay, meaning the white color oats, there are quaker oats or any oats, white color, which is not mixed, raw oats. Boil water and mix that oats there, and it will become a thick water, right? Thoda, it will be like soup jaisa ban jayega. Okay, then drink it with a salt. All right, and if you don't like it, you can boil it. You can, in the boiled water, you put it in there, what is that, oats, and it will be like a kind of a creamy, like a paste, right? मतलब वो क्या बोलते हैं, uh, we'll have we will have like sweet. Okay, texture will become like that. It will become thick paste. Then what you're going to do is, if you peanut butter, add 1 spoon or 2 spoons of peanut butter, mix it up, eat it. Either you like it, you don't like, you gotta build it, because it will not have a much carbs in there, not a fat, and it will make you fill your stomach and you can sleep. All right. So in the morning, you can have fruits, you can have ragi java, you can have only idli, okay, not with that hot chutney. You can go with idli, or you can go with cucumber. Take 2 3 cucumber with you in the office before you start, right? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you have it, and in the middle also have little bit. And now, uh, yes, flax seeds, flax, right? Flax seeds, make a powder of it, and before you sleep, mix 2 spoons of flax powder in hot water and drink it. Okay, that is awesome. So this is what you do. Avoid oily food, and if you're sleeping in a room, ensure that that is dark. That is how what you need to ensure. Make it at least dark, or cover these windows with big what blankets or anything, so that you feel that yes, this is dark. Okay, so this is what I could give you suggestions, and anything comes in, I'll be sharing that with you. Okay, I hope it was helpful, Rajeshwari. Very good. Okay, as a IT recruiter, where do I get a good career growth financially and designation in a consultancy or a company? If company, it should be a product or service based. Okay, there are multiple questions in here, so anywhere Prasanna. Okay, so primarily look for a company. If you're talking about company, or are you talking about the corporate recruiting sort of thing? But in corporate recruiting, what is that going to happen is, you will only learn about their culture and their way of working. So if you want to make more money and designation, I would suggest work in service based companies, and so that you will be working with multiple clients, you will get multiple experience with different technologies and different environments, so that you can change yourself fast. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, Joshua Official, how to negotiate rate from employer and candidate. Kindly share your experience, Suman, and wishes to your vision motivator. Thank you so much, so much. Thank you so much. How to negotiate rate from employer and candidate. So give me an example. What exactly you mean by that? I definitely want an example that how to negotiate rate from the employer and candidate. Why you will be negotiating rate from employer and candidate? So is that you are working for H1B candidates at the same time with the candidates? Now, when we talk about negotiate, what is the scenario? We do not negotiate. Negotiation will never be a problem as long as uh, we are justifying, right? So here, just to add here there, that so many recruiters have a lot of difficulty in negotiating. The first thing you need to understand, when you are talking, ensure that you are controlling your voice. Meaning, if a candidate says, I'm looking for $65 on W2, okay, for US IT recruiters, I'm saying, and we have $58, okay, for example. Now, oh, then let's say I ask the candidate, right? Hey, John, what is the rate that you're currently marketing yourself? And John says $65 per hour on W2. And I have $58. Then other recruiters, oh, uh, the client has given 58 for this position, John. Is this something okay with you? Or, John, unfortunately, we have a less rate, and I just wanted to see, is it negotiable? Okay. See how I'm like sounding here. But if I handle the call, right? If John says, uh, hey, John, what is that the rate you're marketing yourself? I'll say 65. Interesting. And you know what? Uh, Absolutely, we could do 65. But the thing is, I would like to know what is the lowest possible rate that you accept for any positions. And again, I have gone through the requirement. And if you have not gone through the requirement, you would say, all right, John, we can keep that rate thing there. But how would it be if we go through the requirement? I'll explain the benefits and how it is going to help you grow in your career and what are the other things. that is there with the client that can be more motivating to you to become a productive person. And if everything goes in and you feel that this is responsibility is lesser than the previous one, I'm sure you will have some flexibility on your rate, right? I do not negotiate the rate directly. For example, अरे टी शर्ट कितने का, 400 का है, 300 रुपए दूंगा. That kind of negotiation don't do. This is a professional negotiation. सर दोस्त 350 देते क्या, 375 देते क्या? That kind of sabji mandi negotiation that majority of recruiter do, that is the reason that annoys the candidate. And most of the time they spend time in there in negotiating and giving and telling these that. So when you hear the rate 65, okay, the candidate said it's 65, pahad thode na toot gaya ya fir badal phat gaya, or we are just getting hanged, right? No, that nothing is happening in there. Okay, the person says 65, we are 58. But that doesn't mean you'll stop the conversation there. Always remember that when the candidate says something, definitely that's a $2-3 more, they give it. Now, again, coming back to the same thing, don't look for a .NET architect at $40. Got it? Now, if you think that the role that you're working, you are holding a market rate, competitive rate, then be normal. Don't worry. If someone is asking 65 and bringing them at 45, it is very much illogical. $20 per hour, we are talking about $160 a day. Okay? Now, bringing them to 58, it works. We could do that when we slowly take them to the conversation mode and telling them that, now, how do you feel about this? Will feel good. Okay, what is the lowest that you can expect? They'll say 63. All right, John. So this is a competitive rate what we have. I definitely could get at 63, but there are candidates been submitted at 58 and 59. So I wanted to stay competitive. Do I have the right to submit your profile at 58 if you are flexible? All right. Then more conversation goes in. That's how I take the call. I do not do that sabji mandi negotiation. If that is what you're looking for, I cannot answer. Sabji mandi negotiation won't work in professional negotiation. I hope it helped you. All right, how to screen a resume, Ravi Kiran? Okay, how do you do it? I would definitely want to know how generally you do it, Ravi Kiran. Very good. Rajeshwari, sir, name some companies which gives us good kickstart to be a good recruiter. So every company gives opportunities, Rajeshwari. Now it's about the recruiter, how they start it. Okay, it's like you are asking which college gives a job after completing the bachelor's. Okay, every company can give jobs, but it all depends upon the students who studies in there. Okay, so that is not something that is subjective though, so I don't want to answer that, or that is not the right way for me to answer here. That is very subjective. Okay. All right, so we are more than 45 minutes here. Okay, we are 43 minutes here. Any question that I can attend, or we are good to close, people? Did you find this conversation helpful? Put that in a comment box. Did you find this conversation helpful? All right. And what are the new things that you picked up in this 45 minutes? So before we go, definitely I want to thank you for your time and being here and giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge with you. All right. So there will be webinars going on. So if you are interested to attend the highly paid recruiter webinars and to make yourself a highly paid recruiter, then definitely attend few. The information will be shared in the channel. So stay tuned. Very good. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for your joining and answers. And please feel free to share the YouTube channel with your friends and your colleagues, so that we will have a bigger community with a connection to grow together in this industry. Okay, because why? And let me share something. Okay, let me share that why did I start this. Okay, so when I was working as a recruiter, right, I was alone, meaning I had friends, I had colleagues, so that's not what I'm talking about. But when I was lost, there was no one to show the direction. I did not have anyone who could guide me that which direction I should go, what kind of decisions I take, on whatever I'm doing is right or wrong. everything that I've done by myself and picking up information from here and there, and I do not know, but it took me 15 years to become a director of talent acquisition from a recruiter role. Now, I don't wish other recruiters spending 15 years by searching things by themselves and just going into their mental stress, and that is going to burden them in their physical and the personal style and the family side. So what I'm planning is to have like-minded people community. We all come together and we help each other. Okay, the problem that I faced, that recruiters should not face, because if you have any problem, go into the community, share, they'll answer, boom, there is no mental stress, there is no problem. Okay, that is what I'm planning for. All right, very good. This is what the story behind all the things. And all right, thank you so much, Joshua Official. Ravi Kiran says, I screen a resume by looking from BA completion year, first project, Indian, US project, gaps, while screening is the additional things I have to look. So, Ravi Kiran, when you ask questions, while asking questions, look at the projects, whether the candidate is answering the same word to word or not. And at the same time, ask for their professional email IDs of their managers and so on, ask for their LinkedIn profiles. And at the same time, ask questions in such a way that the candidate should be explaining the scope of the project. Okay, so there are the few things, and it goes more. So only it is possible when I know how you do it, but pick up the three things and that is going to be helpful. Hyderabadi says, I have learned about negotiating with consultant. Awesome, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And who else? Rajeshwari says, sir, please can you tell me the point you know about SAP Success Factor employees central? Does this help to be excel in recruitment? Well, it comes on the HR side, SAP Success Factor, which is now it is growing. You do not have to learn these things if you want to go into the recruiting side. If you want to build your career in SAP, so focus on SAP HR, you learn that module and learn SAP Success Factor module if you want to become a software person. Okay, if you want to be SAP HR functional consultant, learn SAP Success Factor. But at the same time, if you are learning these technologies, this will be helpful for you though. But is this a mandatory? No. Rakesh Kushwa, why I'm not getting any call from the HR site as a fresher? They always want experienced candidate. No, not like that, Rakesh. I'm telling you, right? Anything that happens to you, don't become a judgmental and don't judge things. There might be something lacking in your profile. That is the reason they are not calling you. So first thing is, there are so many requirements for recruiters, and definitely there are little bit less compared to the experienced one that we have job openings. Now, if you are not getting any calls, meaning your resume might not have prepared properly. Second thing is, the way you explain yourself could look like very raw, a general. Are you a trained recruiter? If you're not, get yourself trained and make your resume prepared properly, then get it marketed. Fourth, prepare a LinkedIn profile and start connecting with the people there and connect there. Okay. And fifth, if you're applying to the jobs, don't just randomly click apply button, but explain why do you think that you should be a good person for that particular position, then apply. Okay, in that way you could able to increase the visibility. All right, I hope I answered your question, Rakesh. Okay, God Ministries India, hi. Ravi Kiran, thank you so much. How do I get US IT recruitment certification? You have to go through a certification program. That's the way how you can get the US IT recruiting certification. Yes. Any further questions, people, before we go? And I would suggest you to watch the interview videos that is I have done with the Samir Pinakalapati, who is the CEO and founder of CPAL. He is the CEO of IIC and Avani Group. Okay, and he is the CEO of other companies as well. So once you listen to him, you are going to get so much of information, insights that definitely going to help you. Okay, and yes, so Yes, can you recommend one? So here there is a LinkedIn certification program, recruiting certification program. If you want to go through the best one, that's what I would suggest. Okay, you can go there and you can get yourself certified. That is the stays in the top LinkedIn certified recruiter. You should definitely look into it. All right, very good people. So once again, thank you so much for being here. And yes, Ankit says, sir, I want to join your training session. Sir, what is the duration of your training session? All right, no problem. So you connect with the team, Ankit. You connect with the team, and let me share the number 94921477723. Send a WhatsApp message here, and they'll share the details. Okay. All right, great. I did like to connect with you personally. Absolutely, why not? So this is the number 94921477723. That has been handled by my team. You send a WhatsApp message there and you can connect people. Okay, so that's how it works. So once again, always focus on yourself. Ensure that nobody's opinion define your reality. That is what I started believing long ago, and that is how I went forward. Do not let others opinion define you who you are. Until and unless you do not take charge of your life and your success and you depend on others, you will be failing miserably. This is your life, your career. Take responsibility of it and show the people that how unique you are and what is the possibility that you can do. All right. And with that self confidence, you can do any job anywhere. That is what the secret of my day to day journey. That is one of the secrets. I believe in myself. I know that I have a purpose to do, and I understood few things that I want to share that with you is I knew that I only can do the things I only can do certain things that I do the way I do it. Nobody else can do the things that I do the way I do it. Now, if you are aware of few things, few skills, that you know you can only do the things that you do only the way you do it, and nobody else can do it. Now that's what your god gift is. That's what your real stance. Focus on that. All right, very good. So was this call helpful, people? It's been an hour and answered pretty lot of questions, and thank you so much for being here and watch Samir Pinkalapati's interview. So many insights are there. And yeah, keep liking, commenting, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and do share this channel with other recruiters, and let's make everybody the respected recruiter, because I believe that we do such a noble job connecting people to their career, and every recruiter must get respect. Okay. All right, thank you so very much, and I wish you a happy Sankranti once again and holidays. Have a great time with your family, and always love yourself and love you guys. Bye bye.